Balasundram, and I'm your MC for today. For the speaker for today's InvesTalk session, we have Dr. Chong Lee Lee present here with us today. Dr. Chong, thank you for being able to make it today for us.
Thank you.
All right. Now, I would like to introduce a little bit about Dr. Chong to you all. Dr. Chong is the advisor of Bursa Young Investors Club. She is one of the senior lecturers in MMU who owns a PhD and a master's degree in financial economics from UPM, and her degree in business administration from UKM. On top of that, she's also a certified trainer for Train the Trainers and Alibaba Certified Global E-commerce Talent. And before joining MMU, Dr. Chong worked at a Japanese multinational corporation, and also she used to be a research assistant in UPM. So there are a few areas that she's an expert on. Some of those are behavioral finance, investment, international finance, financial derivatives, sustainability, and corporate. So that is a short introduction on Dr. Chong for you all. So before we start our session, I would like to say that there will be a photo and a lucky draw session at the end of the talk. So I hope you guys stay till the end, and also so that you can win some prizes. So now I would like to pass the floor to Dr. Chong for the session without further ado. Hope you all enjoy it, all right? Dr. Chong, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Savita. All right, so good evening to all. I can see there are about 55 students over here. I believe all are MMU students, right? Some of them, okay, you are my students. So I'm the Bursa Young Investor Club, so was set up not long ago, and I'm honored to be the advisor. So it's kind of, I feel that I have the responsibility to kick off the first investment talk. Right. So the whole session is about 1 hour. I'm talking about my journey, as my experience, as an investor in the market. All right. So let me present my slide. You can see my slide, right? Okay, probably can, right? Okay. Let me drag. Okay, I'm thinking yeah, the Google Meet to the other monitor. All right. Okay. So I'm not sure. All right, how many of you here, basically, are the investor, in the stock market? Any one of you? Anyone of you? Probably you can drop your answers, in the chat box. At least I know. All right, I can see what is here, right? Last one, okay. Only one students? Most of you are FOM students, right? Okay. Some of you, I believe, are from other faculties. Okay, Sais, you raise a hand. Anything?
Oh, no, madam. I mean, you asked those who are invested, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Yes. All right. So the sessions today basically is to at least, for those, you have not started your investment journey, right? At least, you know where to go, all right, how to go, and more importantly, I think your attitude is pretty important. If you want, to be the investor, in the stock market, especially in the stock market. Why my reading view cannot be? I'm trying to put it as a reading view, but it seems that it cannot be. Okay, no problem. Then I just scroll up and down. Okay. Yeah, is it okay? I am the basically I'm the investor in the stock markets. Okay. And throughout the journeys, I'm also learning. Okay, so I'm also learning. I'm sharing some of my experience and thoughts. To you all who are probably the you are thinking okay to go into okay the investment, but then okay you are afraid okay, and you are not sure which platform that you should go. Okay. Now, okay, when we talk about okay, before I start the whole thing, okay, this is my disclaimer. Okay, the whole section is for education purpose, and there is no indications of any buying or selling okay strategies, because I'm not the licensed okay stockbrokers or remiser. All right, so uh, please treat this okay as okay education purpose. Okay, so if you're new to this whole okay investments okay MO fields, then okay as a new a new guy who likes to start investing, right? I think you basically have to be very clear on your objective, why you want to invest, right? So there are many reasons individuals want to invest. I think most of the time we want to be we want our money to be growing, all right, and you may want to meet some of the financials okay goal that you like to achieve. All right, you may want to save money okay for your retirement. And some of the young people like you all, I think you always says that okay you want to be okay having financial freedom, right? But how are you going to achieve all these financial goals that you have basically set aside okay in your life journey, right? So if I would say pretty much okay investing is one of the way that's okay would assist you to help you or okay to accumulate your wealth okay throughout okay over the years. All right. So before you start, risk assessment is very important. How many of you okay have you done your risk assessment? You can visit okay Smart Invest Smart, which is one of the site maintained by Security Commissions Malaysia. Okay, at that site there are some questions that you could assess yourself. Okay, at what risk level that you are, right? I come across students okay told me that okay no money okay afraid of going into the investment, all right, many reasons okay. After all okay I would say that either you want to manage okay your investment yourself, or you want to pass okay the jobs okay to a professional advisor. Okay, that is just a choice. Some of the individuals, they are afraid to what to say go into to the market directly. Then okay nowadays there are many investment choices that individual can go for. Examples okay the unit trust in the market, the okay a robo advisor, which is quite new in Malaysian's market. All right, or you just okay you find a platform which okay you rely okay on the, I would say, legal okay and regulated platform to manage okay your money, right? So if any of you would like to manage okay your investment directly by yourself, it is very important to do your risk assessment, whether you are a person who can take a higher risk, or a person who can take a lower risk, or a person okay your risk tolerance level is medium, right? Because that will very much influence okay your investment strategy later on, right? So do your risk assessment, okay. Over the internet there are numbers of sources that you can actually test your risk assessment, but I did find one which is listed as okay smart okay invest smart by Security Commissions. That is also a good source. All right, so go have a try, okay, and to understand yourself well enough before you embark okay in your investment journey. All right. After all, we do not want to start investment journey and you put yourself in a miserable okay condition in which you always worry about okay what will happen to your investment, okay what will happen to the market, what happen next, okay. If that is kind of what to say kind of conditions that you are going to face, right? Then okay, obviously you are a risk, okay, you are risk avoidance, okay, you cannot take risk, okay, then, okay, my advice is let the professionals, okay, help you to manage your wealth. All right, because down the road in the market, there are many regulated platform and many regulated, okay, investment choices that an individuals can go for, right? So, because all the time when we talk about investment, okay, stock markets come into our mind, all right? That's why, okay, later on I talk about why stock market. Because when we look at the investment choices, asset classes, there are many, all right? Pick the one which is the appropriate one, okay, at a particular time when you are looking at investment. So do your risk assessment, know yourself well enough, all right, before you go to any investment choices, right? That is, I think, is a must before you do anything. So try out, okay, understand yourself well enough, then you will have a more effective strategies. Next will be your goal. All right. After knowing your risk, then what is your goal? All right. Because your financial here I refer to the financial goal. Right. Because financial goal, okay, it could be a short term, medium term, and long term. Then okay, the strategies that you're going to use definitely will be different. Okay. I give you examples. Okay. You are very young. Okay, a young chap. Okay, very young. So down the road, you have many years. Okay, to invest. Okay, your journey of investment journey is long enough. Okay, for me, examples. Okay, I'm already at the middle age. Okay, and not very long that I'm going to reach my retirement age. So for me, okay, my financial goal definitely will be somewhat different as compared to yours. Right. So a middle, okay, in the middle age individuals who aim to have a better retirement income. So my strategy is definitely is different. So when I am okay looking at the stock in the stock markets, okay, my preference, okay, will be those, okay, stock which can give me regular income. So part of my portfolio could be those who would, okay, pay dividend incomes to me. That will supplement, okay, my, okay, regular income, okay, when I'm retired. Because any investment, you have to pre-plan. All right. The result is outcome. Okay. Your strategies will tell whether, okay, you are able to achieve your financial goal. Right. So some young people, okay, they are very much, okay, looking at, okay, what to say, short-term financial goal. They want to accumulate, okay, some money to meet their financial goal. For example, okay, to buy a car, okay, to save some money for, okay, a tour. All right. Then the strategies will be. I look at some of the young people, okay, when they are in the market, they tend to do a lot of tradings. Okay, they trade a lot. All right. um there's no right or wrong whether, okay, you are trading or you are investing, right? Again, I would say, okay, that is the choice that you're going to make. That choice basically suit your risk tolerance level and also your, okay, investment objective. So know your risk, know your goal before you start. Okay, risk and return is always, okay, together, right? So if you aim to earn a higher return, all right, so you should be bear with higher risk. So bear in mind, okay, higher risk, higher return is always parallel, right? Most of the time you heard, okay, there are some, okay, probably, okay, you are approached by your friends telling you about, okay, some investment scheme, telling you that, okay, return is high, however, okay, risk is somewhat lower. That's okay. I think you have to be cautious, all right, because you may be trapped, okay, in any financial fraud or financial scam, all right. So risk and return is always, okay, side to side, all right. That's why I want to emphasize on, okay, the online scam, all right. Um, since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, all right, a lot of time, all right, we observe, okay, or we seen a lot of online scam, right? Financial fraud, okay, a lot of what to say, so-called, okay, um, uh, 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 schemes, okay, investment scheme, which are not okay, the regulated. First, they are not regulated, and regulated in the sense that okay, those investment product or services are not being approved, okay, and a lot of time, okay, those are the scam that they are going to traps, okay, individuals, and they are going to uh, uh, make okay and investors okay suffer loss okay without knowing anything had happened. All right. So these are some of the news that I basically find and put it here. All right. What I want to emphasize here is that when you want, if you are seriously looking into investment, right? Okay, avoid all this okay financial online scam. Right. So nowadays a lot of social medias group promoting a lot of stocks. Right. If you are on YouTube, you could see that okay a lot of promotions, and you may be invited to join any social groups. All right. Of course, some of that's are by okay some of the what to so call a guru in the market. Fine. Okay. If you want to okay those social groups fine, but then okay before you do any investment, do check it out whether okay you are at the right okay platform or not. Right platform means okay whether they are approved by the security commissions, or whether okay those are approved okay under Bursa Malaysia, because online scam had been happening a lot okay since okay the outbreak of COVID-19. So that is our responsibility, all right, to ensure that okay our hard-earned money okay is being invested in the proper platform, right? So example here, Macau scam, all right, and this one okay talking about this lady talking about okay there are more and more victims, okay, which okay because of the use of the wide use of the internet right now, everything okay is on internet. All right, you can join any webinar, you can join any talk. All right, so okay that's why a lot of victims okay has been okay for all those okay online investing or financial scam. All right, so be alert. All right, that's why I look at some of the question posed by the students, okay, whether the platforms are reliable, okay, where to go. All right, my advice is okay if you do not know where to go, all right, and if you're looking at stock market, right, go for Bursa Academy. All right, Bursa Academy is a good source for all the young okay investor who have interest okay to embark okay your investing journey in the stock market. There you can find the license okay stockbroking house, a lot of webinar, okay, a lot of talks given by okay those okay stockbroking house okay their trainers. So go for those okay proper platform to avoid all this financial scam okay online scam. All right. Okay, so go for okay the Bursa Academy. If you have not no clue on how to start, okay, look for Bursa Academy. Warning given by Bursa Malaysia, by a lot of okay investment scam. All right, and this one a lot of okay illegal internet investment scam as well. All right, if you Google a lot of this kind of what to say, especially from the regulator side, okay, they are educating okay the public investing community, be alert of the financial scam. All right, uh, have your own educations before okay you embark on any investing. Okay, so what are the do and don'ts? Do and don'ts. Okay, some of that is my experience. Okay, so I do make mistakes. Okay, then we have to learn from the mistake that we do. Right. The first thing I think. Okay, for the do. Okay, what you should do. I always believe that you have to educate yourself. All right. What do I mean? Okay, you may be not in the market, but then you have to update yourself on what happened every day. So do habits on reading the business new. All right. Keep yourself okay. keep yourself up to date on formulate. Okay, young. Okay, I definitely believe that. Okay, your capital is also little. All right. So the first thing, of course, is to accumulate your capital. From there, okay, you try to invest in different, what to say, asset classes. Okay, and within one asset class, okay, examples in the stock market, then you may want to put in different, okay, a stock from different industry, right, to diversify, okay, the risk that you may face, right. So a lot of times, okay, if you don't do diversifications, you would realize that, all right, if you put all your money, examples, in a particular stocks, then you realize that you're going to have paper loss, right? But then, okay, if you have other stocks, okay, which are doing good, and a particular stock which are doing not so good, then overall, okay, your position is still, I would say, still manageable. Okay, it's still good to hold, okay, your stock, okay, on hands, right? And if you're talking about investing, right? And one thing should come into your mind is you should invest at least from medium to long run. Okay, you can't just, okay, do a in for example, do a intraday tradings. Okay, that is not called investing anymore. That is called trading, right? Later on, I will show you one examples. Okay, to look at a particular stock. Okay, when you hold it for a short period and hold it for a long periods, right? How much will be the difference for the rate of return? For the don'ts, okay, emotions. I know that we are human being. Okay, definitely. Okay, sometimes we will be driven by our emotions. That's why you have to be in discipline and try to control your emotion. If you have proper plan that put aside, then okay, you know what you are heading to. Then the mistake being influenced by your emotions will be minimum, right? So if you are influenced by your emotions, you tend to follow you tend to exhibit the herd behavior, which means that, okay, a counter in the markets. All right, then you heard everybody say talk about that. Then that will influence, okay, your intentions, okay, to buy the stocks. All right, which the stock may not be having a good, okay, value for you to buy. Right, so have your plan, okay, and follow your plan. Of course, along the line, you have to adjust your plan, right? And that will help you to reduce, okay, the mistake in which you are influenced by your emotions. And on top of that, do not invest blindly. Blindly means, okay, you do not know what you are investing in. Okay, examples, when you are putting your money in a particular stock, you do not know what's the business of the company. All right, what is the core business? Okay, how much profit that have been made by that company? Okay, and what is their future plan? Okay, that's basically you should not make. Okay, that's why I say educate yourself, do your homework. All right. And on top of that, assume unnecessary risk, which means that, okay, you try to okay, probably driven by your emotions. All right, that's why at the beginning, your risk assessment is very important. Know your risk, because when you understand yourself better than anybody, then you know how to, okay, hold your handbrake. Okay, yeah, because definitely in certain time you have to hold your handbrake and step back and cool down yourself whether that should be the right, okay, what to say, steps that you're going to carry out, right? So know yourself good enough, okay, so that you perform the right strategies. Another one, okay, do not borrow. All right, do not borrow to invest, especially when you are a new, okay, investor, unless you already have a number of year experience in the market, and then you can manage well. If not, please, okay, don't borrow to make your investment in the market. All right, because okay, we are the I'm referring to the stock market, because that is the market in which okay everyone can access the market easily. Apart from real property, okay, unit trust, so on and so forth. Okay, later on I'm going to show you okay the different asset classes. Right. So if okay you do not have enough capital, the first thing is okay accumulate your capital. All right. Bear in mind, okay, don't borrow. And don't always say no time. Okay, if you want to do if you want to manage your investment by yourself, okay, you want to be in control, you are the one who decide okay which investment that you're going to go for, you have to spend time. All right, no one can tell you what you should do. All right, you have to allocate okay some of your time okay for this purpose. All right, no one has the no one can actually tell you what you should do. All right, only yourself who formulates the strategies, then you bear the consequence. Okay, this is one of the examples that I took it out. Okay, I just want to show to you that okay, when I talk about short term, medium term, and long term, right? So this is one of the stock. Okay, I don't show you the stocks. Okay, this is one of the stock at Bursa Malaysia. Okay, and these are the short term return and medium term return, and this is the long term return. Okay, and this side you could see that okay, how much should be the total shareholders return over the time. Okay, so if someone holding this particular stock okay over the short term periods, okay, you could see that the return is about 3%, even though okay the highest 3 months is about 4%. That is pretty higher than the fixed deposit, right? But then, okay, if you are actually in the stock markets, okay, our aim, of course, will be higher because we assume a higher risk. So if you hold it for a few years, all right, for a few years, what can you see? A great difference. A great difference. Okay, if someone holding okay this particular stock okay for 5 years, you could see that okay the return is 158%, which okay if you are able to earn this return, I tell you okay you are good. Okay, uh, you have the right strategies, but obviously not all the counter will give you such a return. That's why you have to do your homework. All right. Okay. Adam, you have questions?
Yeah,
You raise
Doctor,
your
may I ask, is this the general trend of stocks? Like if you
no.
keep that for long term, or is this like considered
I would say no.
normal?
It depends. No, no. It depends on the counter. This one is one of the blue chips. All right. This one is one of the blue chips. If you are looking at small cap, then you have to be careful because small caps sometimes they are much more volatile, and small caps okay sometimes okay down the road long term okay the management team okay is unable to drive the company to a higher end. So that's why that the performance may be okay fluctuating more than the blue chips. This is one of the blue chips. All right. So that's why okay before you look at any counter, you have to study. All right. MMA community. Okay. Later on, I will tell you what are the site that okay, but you can actually access to some of the database in which MMUs okay subscribe. Okay, leverage on that. Okay, then you're able to find okay some of the stock which okay would somewhat okay perform okay better than the other. All right. This is a blue chip. Not every counters will have such a investment return. Okay. So when we talk about investing and trading, okay, we are talking about your risk assessment. We are talking about your financial goal, and next we are talking about okay, how are you going to position yourself? All right. So that is also pretty important. Okay. When we look at okay your financial goal. All right. So are you positioning yourself as a trader? Are you positioning yourself okay as the okay investor? All right. Because investor and traders are pretty different. Okay. Investor normally okay hold their investment for medium to long run. Okay. Trader tends to trade the stock more frequent okay than anybody any investor in the market. All right. So you have to position yourself, because then thereafter the strategies to be used will be different. My whole sections today, I'm talking about a basis of investing. That's why I emphasize on investing. All right. I know that, okay, my students a lot of time, they like to trade. Okay, because I think one of the reasons is fast money. All right, and they do have a lot of time. All right, but at the end of the day, okay, I think for those, okay, traders, especially young traders, we put aside on those, okay, professional traders. Professional traders, their main task is to trade. They have their trading plan. Okay, so I'm talking about, okay, retail traders. All right. So for retail traders, okay, if any one of you, one of that, not necessary in the stock market, in any type of asset classes, right? You probably have to sit down and take a look. All right. Whether, okay, your excessive trading, okay, giving you, all right, a handsome return, and at the same time, is that, okay, what I want to say, okay, is that that's okay, that types of what to say, a life that you want. Because when you are the traders, you have to be much more disciplined than the investor, I would say. All right, because you have to do a lot of, okay, homework before the market open. Because you must know that, okay, what kind of strategies that you're going to do to perform before the market start. And you have to watch out the market closely than the investor. Right? So know your role, whether you want to be investor or you want to be the traders. Okay, so what are the different asset classes? Right? So I think the most common one for everybody, okay, is equity or stocks, right? Okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay, our stock markets. Okay, fixed income and bonds. Okay, most of the time, okay, as a retail, okay, investors, we're going to access to this type of, okay, fixed income or bond through unit trust. Okay, that is quite common. All right, or a money market fund also, okay, through the unit trust investment. Right, commodity, okay, they are, for example, you can go to a banks, okay, to buy gold. All right, or that is the gold deposits. All right, and I don't think any retail, okay, would buy the gold bar. That is pretty, okay, not common. All right, or any other alternative investments. Okay, real estate. Real estates, okay, it's good to fight against inflations. All right. However, the entry point will be much higher than, okay, to enter into the stock markets. All right. So it's good, okay, if, okay, soon, okay, you have enough money to invest in the real estates, okay, then, okay, go for that, because that is, okay, an investment which, okay, could give you, okay, handsome return as well. All right. Or forex, okay. I know that's okay. A lot of the time, right, our students trade in the forex trading platform. One thing that I would like to say here is that when you are trading at forex platform, right, and it is not regulated, and you're putting aside in risk. Okay, you're putting aside in risk. Okay, because the platform could be collapsed anytime. Right, that's why, okay, my presentation at the first time I talk about, okay, financial scam, online scam, okay, which I think, okay, I as educators, okay, I would like to remind my students, okay, look at those platforms, okay, whether they have the license from security commissions that allow them to operate. If not, okay, why you want to go for that? Okay, think about that. All right. Collectibles, okay, you have any, I think this is not common, okay, for young investor. All right. Derivative, basically, okay, you can trade. All right. So some of the finance students here, okay, you may try it out, okay, if you are a risk taker, right? Because when you're doing trading, derivative instruments, we are talking about trading, not investment, right? So if you want to trade in derivative instruments, you have to, I believe that your risk tolerance level must be higher, right? Because the risk is much higher than okay, in the stock markets. Okay, now, okay, for all the asset classes, right? Okay, why I put stock market here? The reason is very simple. Okay, it is an avenue that okay you and I can go in, right, with very little capital, right? Other investment classes which required a much more higher entry point, right? So obviously, other reason it is more liquid. Okay, that's why you can start small and it is very liquid, and you can do a lot of diversifications. All right, and whether you are able to earn a higher return, let's go back to how disciplined you are and how much homework that you have done. All right, and you are also be able to generate positive income, okay, through the stock market investment, right? Examples when I talk about passive income, okay, in our Bursa Malaysia, okay, there are many stock which are paying dividends, and some are paying good dividends. Even though okay, I noticed that even though okay, since COVID-19 pandemic, right, some of the counters okay they do pay okay consistently paying, I would say okay quite a good dividends to their shareholders, right? So you can actually look at those type of stock, okay, and hold on them, and those stock will supplements okay the dividend income to you, right? And apart of that, okay, I'm not sure whether you heard REITs before, real estate investment trust. All right, obviously right now, okay, those okay, REITs okay counters okay. A lot of investors may have to worry that okay, for example, okay, a shopping mall. We're actually having a lockdown for numbers of time, and restrict or moment control orders have actually impacted okay those okay shopping mall okay revenues, all right? So REITs are especially okay non-commercial REITs, okay, they have been okay impacted by the lockdown, all right? So I expect okay probably it's okay the dividend declare okay for this year may not be as high as before, but then okay for REITs okay they are supposed to okay distribute okay most of their income as dividends okay to their shareholders, right? So probably okay now REITs counters okay the price of REITs counter has also slightly gone up, okay, but then okay our stock markets, okay, index also have rebound slightly compared to last week, okay, because of I think more certainty in terms of our political situations, right? So uncertainty has been what to say removed to a certain extent, so investors have more confidence, okay, that has been shown, okay, at our stock markets. So that's why whether you want to have those stock to supplement your passive income, again, okay, that go back to your investment goal. What do you want to achieve, right? Because a lot of time for a lot of investors, okay, when they are not keen on all this, what to say, passive income, all right, they want to look at capital gain, all right, growth stocks, okay, capital gains, because growth stocks, okay, the potentials to earn capital gain is much more probably okay higher than those okay risk counter, right? That's why know your risk, know your goals, okay, all right, your financial goals that you want to achieve. Position yourself whether as a trader or as an investor. That is very important. Okay, moving on. Okay. So here we're talking about okay equity investing. So we are talking about buying a stock okay at stock markets. I know some of my students okay they are much more advanced okay they are buying okay US stocks, right? So if you're new okay I think you should start okay from our local market first, because a lot of counters probably you know them well enough. You are using their products okay, you are using their services okay, and they are more common to you, right? So look into okay for those who are new. Look at our stock market. We have close to about 900 counters. So if you can know each of the counters, then you are already, I would say, okay, a master, okay, in at Bursa Malaysia, because you know well of all those counter, right? Start with what you know. That is pretty easy. What you know, all right? Start with our stock at our Bursa Malaysia's, and then look at those counter that you know, and do some study. Okay, so we are talking about investment, okay, investing in the stock markets, okay. Method wise, okay, in broad, we can divide into two, okay. One is FA, the other one is TA. That's common terms, fundamentals, and technical. All right. So my following few slides, okay, I emphasize on FA, because TA, okay, if someone rely a lot on TA, right? So basically, okay, that individuals, okay, is a trader, because okay, TA looking at timing, when to go in and when to go out from the market. FA emphasized on the fundamentals of the company, right? Fundamentals of the company. So when we are looking at FA, all right, a lot of time we say, okay, hey, we want to estimate the fair price of the securities. I will tell you that, okay, that is so much, okay, difficult to estimate the fair price of the security, all right, because a lot of time, okay, there's so much uncertainty out there, right? So what we are going to do is, okay, most of the time we look at, okay, the past performance of the company, all right, then we try to see whether, okay, they are consistent performance, and then we try to see, okay, whether, okay, the what happens, okay, to the projected growth, right? So when we look at FA, it could be a top-down approach or bottom-out approach. It depends on what. I would say there's no right or wrong. Okay, either you look at top-down or you look at bottom-up. All right. What is top-down? Okay, top-down means you look at the big picture. All right, big pictures, because okay, stock markets, okay, in Malaysia, stock market, okay, in US, okay, stock market in China market, all right, okay, because these are the few markets in Japan, okay, these are the few big market, okay, that's okay, investors are looking at. So are you going to look at big pictures, okay, from the macro view? All right, then you narrow down, okay, you say you are too new, okay, to go to look at, okay, investment in overseas market. Okay, so you put it down. Okay, you are looking at Malaysia. Fine, Malaysia. Then another narrow down. Then okay, which industry should be more should be better, okay, should be recover, okay, after COVID-19 pandemic, should do better than before. All right, which industry? Then you narrow down, okay, within the industry. Then you look at what are the stock within the industry. All right, that is so-called, okay, top-down approach. Or you don't like that approach, okay, you say, okay, you're looking at different, you already know some of the companies, so you're looking at all the stocks. All right, then which industry that the stock is in, okay, whether the industry is, okay, will be doing well or not, okay. All right, then okay, looking at the big macro, okay, our economic growth, will that's okay drive the particular industry. So this is so-called, okay, the FA analysis from the top to the bottom. All right. So that's why I always, okay, tell my students, okay, you have to read, okay, you have to read business news, you have to always, okay, knowing, you have to always, okay, know what happened in the market, right? Because okay, the knowledge that you gain will help you, okay, in formulating, okay, your strategies. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. All right, it depends on how I'm going to approach that. Okay, so FA, three important financial statements. Okay, balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement. I'm not asking you to download all the financial statement, income statement, cash flow statement, then you read. And nowadays, okay, a lot of platform allow you to basically, what to say, select the key informations. Then you only look at the key informations. All right, then make your assessment. Right, so there are if you are having your CDS accounts, right? Okay, then your stockbroking house may allow you to access to some of the fundamentals informations of company. All right. Nowadays, information tends to be very simple. All right. So if you think it is not enough, insufficient for you, at MMU for MMU community, okay, you can actually visit our library website, which you are able to find one of the database, which is called ISI Emerging Market. Then you are able to check on all the informations for the public listed company. All right, for 5 years data. Okay. Apart from that, okay, MMU students, okay, if you are really finance student, definitely they have to do it. For non-finance students, okay, if you're hardworking enough, okay, look at our library website and get access to the Bloomberg's, okay, Bloomberg anywhere. All right, right now we are able to, at my desktop here, if I want to log into Bloomberg, I'm able to do it. All right, so MMU, okay, subscribe. So you can actually look at Bloomberg's, okay, and log in and look at, okay, the worldwide news, all right, informations about particular companies. It's just that information is too much for you to digest, right? So these two platforms are subscribed by MMU Library. So take a look on that, and basically, if you are a serious investor, I believe you have to do your homework, right? You have to educate yourself. No one should educate you. All right, you have to educate yourself so that okay, you know what should you do next. All right. So when we're looking at okay investing FA, right? I can divide the key information into two. One is quantitative, another one is qualitative. All right. Then you combine the two and make your decisions. Right. Decision here means okay, obviously is to buy, to hold, or to sell. Okay. So a lot of time we are not just buying; we must know how to sell. So I also come across one question from students. Okay, how do I know when to sell? Let's go back to whether you have your plan. No one be able to tell you when are you going to sell. Okay, the stock they are holding. You must have a plan. Okay, what is your targeted return that you aim to gain? All right. If the return is handsome, I would suggest to take the profit because a lot of time it is very hard to reach the peak, right? And remember, market is always volatile, right? And a lot of counter, it reach the peaks, then it will come down. That's why it is fluctuating. So if you don't take the profit at the right time, then okay, you may be forced to take the profit at the lower point. Okay, so key thing here, always don't be too greedy. Huh? Okay, these are the informations for the quantitative. All right, the price. Okay, I put price the first one, but don't overemphasize on the price. Price is just okay. A buying and selling, okay, a buying and selling, okay, forces, right? That's a buyer, okay, a stock price. More importantly, okay, for me, I'm looking at the growth. Okay, whether a particular company grow over the year. That tells me, especially if the growth rate is consistent, then that tells me that most likely, okay, the company can sustain the growth and the company will be driven into a better performance, right? So as a norm, these are some of the key indicators that investors are looking at. Profit margin, ROE, cash flow, price earning ratio, debt to equity ratios, dividends, okay, and the growth rates, right? I tend to look at the growth rates, right? And because the growth rate can tell me how persistent and how consistent the company, okay, the company is. And qualitative side, the business model, right? So what is a business model? Examples, okay, we are living in we are living in a country, right, in which okay, a lot of times okay, we are using not only Malaysia, all the countries, right? We are very much leveraged on technology right now. So a lot of digital what to say, digital. Okay, we are looking at digital economy right now. All right. So any companies who are at this digital business, then you should ask whether it's a good models or not. All right, because we know that after COVID-19, by crook or by crook, we are forced to adopt more technology, right? So no choice. So those business who are in this a model, so probably they are going to perform better than any company in any other industry. Okay, and the second one, people. Who are they? Okay, how do we know that the management team is having quality? All right, so looking at the people. All right, so the balance sheet of the annual reports of any company, basically tells you the futures or the forward futures forward looking of the management team of that particular company. So take a look on the management analysis, looking at the future plan. That tells you that whether all right the companies are what to say they are having a long term and more a good plan ahead, right? Okay, this diagram, I like this diagram because it tells me it actually is a collective, uh, um, I would say, a collective pictures on what should be your strategies, okay? So when we're looking at this, right, obviously we always say price, whether it's cheap, whether it's expensive, but a lot of time I think we have to put price, aside, okay? You should look at values, the values of the company. How much is the value of the company? All right. So what actually drive the price and then towards that's the value? All this, either it is a quantitative factor or it is the qualitative factor. All right, that drive the price and eventually it increase the company's values. And apart from that, timing is important. Do you get in the right timing? Okay. And then a team or team means team means the current trend. Okay, we are talking about the current trend. Okay, what is the current trend in our economy right now? Digital, anything about digital adoptions of digital payments, digital platform, all those business, they are actually at the right time, right? So that is called the team. All right, so those basically, when you're looking at whether there is any team for the company that you're looking at, whether it is at the right time, and what about the fundamentals, then make your decision, because we believe that if it is the right time and it is having a team and with the support from the good FA, and FA means from the key quantitative aspect and also qualitative aspect, eventually the company can achieve a higher value. Okay, these are some of the stock that we can classify them. All right. So investment grade are those blue chips, I would say. Which they are matured, and if you want to, some of the blue chips, they still having a good momentum. Some of the blue chips, they are basically, I would say, their growth is stabilized. All right, but then that you can treat as investment, which means that probably it will give you a 10-15% return a year. Emerging grades are those we look at those stock which are growing fast. Those tech stock company, all right, they are growing. They're so called emerging. Cyclical, they follow the business cycle. Obviously, right now, if you look at those property sector, all right, real estate, so they are not doing so much good. Because economy due to COVID-19, our economics performance also not so good. So they follow the business cycle, right? Turnarounds are those counter which they have done it very bad and they recovered. But I think we should shy away lah, okay? Because a lot of time, right? If a company is doing quite bad, it is quite hard for it to be turned around, all right? Especially if the company is having a lot of structural issues or internal problems, all right? That's why hold on first. Look at what are the possibilities that the counter could improve before you're looking at all those turnaround counter, right? Sunset, those counter which we don't expect it to be growing. So examples though, printing company, hard copy printing company. All right, COVID-19 pandemic had actually driven us to more digitalized. So we are looking at all the e-copy, soft copy. All right, so it's a big challenge for those counter, to survive. All right, startup, so startups, if you want to invest in startup, I would say, then probably the AIDS markets, or the equity crowdfunding platform, because for those stocks which are listed at Bursa Malaysia, right, they are more established. If you're looking at LIPS market, then you and I don't think we can access to it because they are more. I don't know. Definitely, I'm not the sophisticated investors. I don't know whether you are the sophisticated investor. Because that it meant for those much more a wealthy investor in the market. Right. So if you're looking at startup, I would say look at equity crowdfunding platform. Because that platform is also online. It allows you to invest a little money. Put in a little capital. But the disadvantage is it is not as liquid as stock market, because once you put in, it is very difficult to exit from the market for the time being until until we have the secondary market for equity crowdfunding, right? I took a little bit long time. Let me quickly finish some of the slides. So these are the main industry in Malaysia. Oil and gas, of course, oil and gas definitely is very volatile. Because we have to be aware that all those commodity, it is affected by the world price, right, and also the supply and demand, in the world markets, right? Constructions, constructions, we do have a lot of property, constructions company. Technology, we have numbers of tech stocks, all right, but if you are looking at tech stocks, at current phase, right, tech stocks price has gone up a lot, which is no more cheap at this point of time, all right. We also have electronics, palm oil, palm oil. Malaysia is the one of the major exporter of palm oil. So if you're looking at those, palm oil producers, take a look on that, right? Banking and finance, pharmaceutical. We have all those growth counters. Growth counters are basically were the hot stock last year, but this year, I would say the price has dropped a lot. And it become those counters become cheaper than before, right? And plastic as well, all right. So you that's why I say, whether you do a top down or you do a bottom up. So if you are looking at top down, you of course you look at Malaysia, then you look at the industry, then which industry will be doing better, all right. Obviously everybody right now saying that tech company, technology, 5G is coming, right? However, tech stock never be cheap right now, all right. So you have to read and to gain your knowledge to understand the whole happening in the market. I have a few more slides. Please allow me to finish. This one I purposely put in because if you cannot manage your investment yourself, you really cannot. You don't like to directly enter into the market. This is one of the choice. go for robo-advisor. In the market, there are few players and they are regulated by security commissions and it is automated. Okay, someone asked whether automations can happen in stock market or not. This is one of the modes. All right, automations, automated portfolio managers. Okay, so they invest mostly at exchange traded fund, right? So you also can consider this to put in as one of the portfolio that you have. You are not necessary to be directly in the stock market, so you can actually diversify away. One part you manage yourself to test your strategy whether it works or not. Second part you rely on the professional because they use automation. So a certain time they are able to um, to perform strategy faster than any individuals. All right. And again, I would like to emphasize, look at the regulated platform or company before investing. All right, because at the end of the day, you do not want your capitals to be just taken away, right? So it is very important in the market. There are so many investment choices right now. Okay, pick the one which is regulated and suit your risk, meet your financial goal. All right, then go for it. Right? So these are some of the sources I put here. Bursa Academy is a good source. Look at that. If you're new, you also can go for Bursa Marketplace. There are numbers of event, webinar that you can join. Talk, okay, by the trader, by the professional in the market. I myself also always attending the talk. Now I think it's good because online, everything online, I can manage my time better. And especially some of the talk, or most of the talk, they're actually doing night time. So spend your night time, okay, pick up, the knowledge, right? And also look at Invest Smart, okay, that is the education platform provided by security commissions. And for MMU community, these are the two database that I talk about. All right. You log into MMU library, then you log into the MMU library. Bloomberg anyway, no. Okay. Check on the library website on how to register. Okay, your ID and set your password, and then you can access to Bloomberg anyway. All right. Okay. Thank you. And I think I would like to answer probably some of the questions quickly. Sais, okay, a quick one. Someone asked me how to gain knowledge. I have told you. All right, Bursa Academy, Bursa Marketplace. All right, how to start to invest? I think you have to do your homework. Okay, the keyword is do your homework. Read the online news portal, for example, The Age. All right. And forex trading, someone mentioned about that. Personally, I don't encourage. All right. If you like to trade, trades, our stock, trade our derivative markets, those are regulated because those forex trading platform, you do not know that any day, it will just collapse. Okay. Someone talk about cryptocurrency. Yes, if you like cryptocurrency, go for those. I think how many right now? I think there are 4 regulated platform. There are 4 regulated platform approved by security commissions. Go for that 4, okay, and trade cryptocurrency. Definitely, talk about trading, okay. And someone talk about is there any opportunity after post-pandemic era? Yeah, I would say definitely yes. Whether it is a bear, it is a bull, definitely, if you are putting your hard work, doing your analysis, definitely you can find a diamond, in the rock, all right? So which another questions come in say which stock's the best? I cannot tell you which one is the best. I can just say that you pick the one who meet your risk level and the one who actually can help you to achieve your financial goal. There is no best stock, okay, there's no, all right. How long? Okay, another question say how long? Okay, go back to your objective. What is your objective? Then decide on how long. Remember to take the profit at the right time. And someone asked age. I would say you reach 18 years old, you can open up your CDS account. You should start as soon as possible. Before you start, do your homework. All right. What is the mistake that most beginner do? Follow rumors. I would say you heard your friends say this one good, you heard the other one say that one good, then you join some social media, someone tell you that good. At the end of the day, I tell you, okay, those counter which are good already very expensive, then you are the one who is the last to get first to get in and last to get out. All right. So my advice again, you have to do your homework. If you are not keen to do your homework, you then stay away. Stay away from directly managing your portfolio. Let the professional to do it for you. All right. And another one, what is the perfect time to start investing? And no perfect time to start investing. I think that no perfect times to start investing. I guess it's just, no perfect time. That's why I say whether it's a bear or bull, all right, that is the right time. Okay, a lot of people they make good return during the bear, they make good return during the bull. All right. With that, any more questions? I don't think so. All right. Any more you want to ask? Okay, I think I stopped my presentation here. Probably.
Doctor, one question: how you look at a contra transaction? Like normally, some of people like to do contra.
I myself, I don't do contra because I don't think I can take the risk. But then if you're doing contra, you have to, I would just tell you, you have to watch out the market closely than before. Yeah. Chong, right? Okay, if you are using the contra, definitely, okay, you are taking more risk, and closer monitoring is, I think, is a need. Right?
Actually, I didn't taking contra, just like rumors from my friend. One of my friend buying this kind of stock, like through contra.
Higher risk, that's why higher risk, probably higher return. Okay. More importantly is whether the risk that you're going to assume you can take it or not. In a way, whether the amount of money, if you lose it, are you okay with that? Okay, Cha Chong?
Yeah, thank you, doctor.
Madam, I have a question.
Yep, yes.
Usually, in your perspective, how long does it take for you to research and commit to investing in stock? Because like, if you do financial modeling and you do a DCF analysis, it does take a lot of time.
I rely on the platform that I'm using. Okay, a lot of time, a lot of platform, you just need to click. All right, the data is there. I just select and then I look at, okay, I actually don't have much time. That's why I call myself as investor. I don't have much time doing a lot of research, okay. I am kind of, okay, sometimes I'm top down, sometimes I'm bottom up. All right. If I come across, okay, news, then I would do some homework and look at some of the counters. Then I study some of the counters and then I compare, okay, the peer. Then I look at, okay, the industry. Then, okay, I wait for somewhat right timing. Okay, right timing. Then, okay, then I may perform my buy call. Yeah, the platform somehow is important as well because but as a student, I think the Hermes or Bloomberg will be good. If you have your CDS account, some of the CDS account give you FA informations and TA tools as well. All right, from there, okay, start your journey. All right, because other than that, some of the subscribe platform also good, but then you have to pay annual fees. You don't need to actually do a very bombastic model. All right. A lot of time for me, I look at the crew. Okay, because of course we say that the past will not guarantee or indicative of the future, but then I'm looking at consistent growth. Okay, consistent growth telling me that how persistent, okay, the performance to be. Yeah. So if you use a bombastic model, you have your model, your what to say, your quantitative data, then you put in all the criteria. At the end of the day, you found out that, how come some of the informations are contradicting each other, right? So certain time, I think looking at the people, people means the management team, looking at the people, looking at the growth of the company, and looking at the timing and looking at the team. Okay, will tell you, okay, will give you some message. All right, Awas?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, madam.
Okay. Any more questions? If not, I think any more questions? Where should I go to learn more about investing if I'm totally new? That's why I say Bursa Academy. For finance students, they have certain knowledge. Okay, for my finance students, it's just that they are scared, they have no time, they don't try out. All right, so actions is always important. For those who are not from other faculty, I would suggest you look at Bursa Academy. That is a platform which Bursa Malaysia have put in a lot of money in. Okay, and then from there, a lot of informations you can get. If you want to check for a legal stockbroking firm, they are there. If you want to check on different assets classes, okay, informations are there. Start with Bursa Academy. Any more questions? I'm sharing my knowledge lah, okay? Hope that, the whole sections will benefit, young people as you all. And I again would like to emphasize, go for regulated legal platform, all right? Because you are young, you are young and a lot of time, right? Okay, the time is a matter. You have a lot of time to grow your money, all right? So you want to be a platform which is protected. You do not want your capital just gone like that. All right. Okay. Remember. Okay. Go for the regulated and licensed platform. If you want to get advice, okay, to ask someone to manage, your portfolio, go for those licensed professional advisors as well. Any more questions? If not, I would end my session here. Thank you. Savika, right? I pass the floor to you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for the great informative session and for sharing your knowledge with us. And also thank you guys for your questions. I hope all of you enjoyed the talk and gained some insights from the talk and have a better understanding on the basics of investing.